Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the match preview for the game between the Crows and the Pies. There is just a little over 24 hours until we learn our fate for the rest of the season. It's time to talk all things black and white. Guys, we did it. We, as a fan base, have somehow managed to get through and endure and overcome this incredibly painful 9-day break. We're almost there. We're effectively there. It's Friday. I cannot tell you how many articles and conversations that just get recycled over and over again. And it's always overemphasized because it's the Collingwood Football Club. This is the burden we wear because we support the black and white. No Tom Mitchell, no Jeremy Howe, no Will Hoskin-Elliott. Two of them due to omissions, one of them being a concussion. Is Tom Mitchell being made to be a scapegoat? I don't know. Did I want Tom Mitchell over Ned Long? Yes. Can I see them? Can I see the rationale behind them selecting Ned Long? Yes, I do. Maybe we're hoping that Ned Long can recapture some form as the team finds its form. Maybe they love Ned Long's ability to tackle in open space, where Tom Mitchell, that's probably a hole in his game. Not due to any wrongdoing of his own. He just doesn't have the leg speed to chase on the outside anymore. Ned Long can do that. There's also probably one eye on the future. Okay, we played Ned Long now. He's not been terrible, although his last 2 weeks haven't been great. But then in the same breath, you say, also the team hasn't been great, and there's a lot of passengers at the moment. So you say, okay, well, he's just going to bounce back with the team. We see him we see him as a big part of the future for the club. The experience to go to these hostile games, environments where you've had the last couple of weeks that you've had. If you're almost playing roulette with this one. If Ned Long plays really well, it's gonna it builds character either way, win or lose, and bad performance or good performance. But in the immediate term, it could work out really well, or we could shoot ourselves in the foot, and then Ned Long, his form and confidence is completely void if it doesn't work out. But if it works out, then we'll be beneficiaries of a really confident, a resilient Ned Long going into a final series, especially if we can take that in with a win against the Crows and then Melbourne. There was something else I had in mind that I wanted to dive into, but it is slipping my mind, I must admit. I mean, there's the Bobby Hill conversation, but I feel like without speculating too much, guys, I think we've had a fair say on the Bobby Hill non-selection yesterday, but it seems it can't be conditioning. It can't be illness. Maybe they're protecting Bobby Hill. He's going to Adelaide. He put his hand up. He didn't want to be the sub. He put his hand up to play. So for me, yeah, if he's not playing because he needs another week of conditioning, I can't live with that. I can't live with that, as crazy as that sounds. Of course, it's good to see Bo back. He's going to inject so much speed into the side. Will Parker, bit of a wild card, Will Parker, isn't he? Like, I'm not too sure who he is at the Collingwood Football Club yet, and maybe tomorrow is a chance where he announces himself in some way. Ed Allen has been a consistent performer when he's played. Hasn't been great, hasn't been horrible. Do we need a little bit more? Do we want to see a little bit more? Yeah, sure. Would be great. You're in the team, so you're in consideration for the finals. This is not very far away from being our best 23 outside of Jeremy Howe and Bobby Hill not being in the side, this is the best we're going to put on the park. And here's the other thing, guys. It's like we're at the wit's end of the stretching of the pullback of a slingshot. We're at the bottom of the barrel, so to speak. So people say what comes up must go down. Well, I say what goes down must come up, like a ball that bounces, like a slingshot, like a trampoline at full extension with the springs. It must come back up. We must rebound. It must reverberate. It must bounce back. And I'm going to tip that the game against Hawthorn was the lowest point, much like Sydney after the Port Adelaide game last year where they got pumped by 100 points and still managed to make the grand final, much like when Collingwood's line in the sand was against Hawthorn last year. Similar timing, except the only difference was we had a few more games in hand. So we're gonna guys. The reality is what we're doing is new. What we will have to do, we'll have to defy the odds even more than 2023. We have 2 games to turn it around and then be pristine, primed for hopefully a qualifying final and not an elimination final. That's the plan. The other question going into this game is Jordan De Goey. Amazingly, against my thought, is definitely exceeded my expectations when we talk about the fact that Geordie played against Brisbane and then backed it up after a 5-day break against Hawthorn, and he's selected for this game. So credit to Jared Wade there. Credit to the team taking a calculated risk, because this was a risk. I mean, it hasn't paid off yet and it hasn't worked out yet either. But mate, I'm hoping these 2 games really elevate Jordan De Goey to the next step to be the Jordan De Goey we need going into the final series. Whether that's in the forward line or in the midfield, I'd like to see 50-50 against Adelaide. Does that happen? I don't know. I don't think so. 50-50 would be nice. However, we'll live with a 70-30 in the favour of the forward line. So that's another one. Keen to keep a close eye on. Outside of that, guys, like a bunch of players down in form, but it's time to bounce back. It's time to rebound. It's time to slingshot. Doesn't matter who the opposition is. We've beat all these teams and passed with flying colours early in the year. The Brisbanes, the Adelaides, Sydney to a certain degree. Who else have we? We beat Freo. Like, we have beaten these teams. Hawthorn. We have beaten these teams. It's not about them. It's about us. And hopefully we can rectify that and hopefully look to consolidate a top 4 position once we get to Melbourne. Thanks for watching, guys. And as always, I'm about to sneeze, but I'm going to say go Pies before I sneeze. So go Pies.